Rising, everybody. I am just inviting my friend Vindina. Let's see if that worked. Hi, the Green Man store. All right, let's see if we can get this to work. Yay! Okay. Okay, yes. I think she's here. Hi.
Hello. How are you, Francis?
I'm good. Hi, my sister. How's the volume over there for you?
Volume is okay on my side. How's it on your side?
You're a little bit soft.
Am I a little bit soft? Let me see if I can make this louder and then also talk a little bit louder. Is that better?
That's better. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Oh, so lovely to be here today with you.
I know, I'm so excited. I'm like giddy with excitement. I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm mostly excited. I was feeling a bit nervous, but it's mostly excitement.
Same here, same here.
Yeah.
on both accounts.
Yeah. And I put a dress on because usually when we talk at this hour, I have my pajamas on.
I know, I noticed. I love that color on you. It looks beautiful.
Thank you. It's
The
a
light
really old
blue,
dress. What do you say?
the light blue, the turquoise matches mine, and the pink.
Yeah.
And the black actually.
Yes. Yes.
Looks really pretty on you. I like it.
Thank you. You look lovely today too. You're very bright and shining.
Thank you.
You having a good day?
I am very relaxed and just feeling very grateful and appreciative for this week.
Okay.
Yeah. How about your side?
Yeah. Well, I woke up at 4:30 and it's 6 o'clock here now in Kentucky. So yeah, well, we have one person with us today in the live. I hope other people join, but I'll publish this later. So, do you have earphones with a microphone?
I do. I might have to go and get it though. Yeah. Would you prefer me to get to have earphones on? Would that make a difference with the sound?
I think so. I'm not sure. What do you feel like?
Okay.
I think we can.
Let me go and grab.
All right.
Let me go and grab my earphones.
Okay.
All right. Give me a second. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna put mine on. I just want to make sure that hang on. All right.
Is that better?
Yes, I think that's better. What about
Perfect.
for you?
That's also good.
Oh yeah, that's much better. I want your voice to be clear because today Vindina is going to read to us a very, very beautiful poem. And I'm so excited. So, okay, shall we begin?
We shall.
Okay, so
I really want to begin.
yeah, well, I'm going to start by reading an excerpt from this book. It's called Women Who Run with the Wolves. It's a very potent medicine for women, and I think probably men too, which I want to explore that. But so what happened was, so Vindina and I are doing a book club of this amazing, life-changing, world-shifting book. And we talk every Wednesday. And so this week I was reading this part of the book before my call with Vindina. And what was amazing is that when we had the call, she read me a poem, which is basically in answer to that bit that I read. It's about what we desire from, on a soul level, of what our thinking about what we truly desire from within. And Vindina read me a poem about what she truly deeply desires. So it was really cool to kind of have that synchronicity, you know? Okay, so I'll start. Okay. Having a lover or friend who regards you as a living, growing creatura, being, just as much as the tree from the ground, or a ficus in the house, or a rose garden out in the side yard. Having a lover and friends who look at you as a true, living, breathing entity, one that is human, but made of very fine and moist and magical things as well. A lover and friends who support the creatura in you. These are the people you are looking for. They will be the friends of your soul for life. Mindful choosing of friends and lovers, not to mention teachers, is critical to remaining conscious, remaining intuitive, remaining in charge of the fiery light that sees and knows. The way to maintain one's connection to the wild is to ask yourself what it is that you want. This is the sorting of the seed from the dirt. One of the most important discriminations we can make in this matter is the difference between things that beckon to us and things that call from our souls. This is how it works. Imagine a smorgasbord laid out with whipped cream and salmon and bagels and roast beef and fruit salad and green enchiladas and rice and curry and yogurt and many, many things for table after table after table. Imagine that you survey it all, imagine that you survey it all and that you see certain things that appeal to you. You remark to yourself, oh, I would really like to have one of those and one of that and some of this other thing. Some women and men make all their life decisions in this way. There is around and about us a constant beckoning world, one which insinuates itself into our lives, arousing and creating appetite where there was little or none before. In this sort of choice, we choose a thing because it just happened to be beneath our noses at that moment in time. It is not necessarily what we want, but it is interesting, and the longer we gaze at it, the more compelling it becomes. When we are connected to the instinctual self, to the soul of the feminine, which is natural and wild, then instead of looking over whatever happens to be on display, we say to ourselves, what am I hungry for? Without looking at anything outwardly, we venture inward and ask, what do I long for? What do I wish for now? Alternate phrases are, what do I crave? What do I desire? For what do I yearn? And the answer usually arrives rapidly. Oh, I think I want, you know what would be really good is some of this or that. Ah, yes, that's what I really want. Is that on the smorgasbord? Maybe yes, and maybe no. In most cases, probably not. We will have to quest for it a little bit, sometimes for a considerable time. But in the end, we shall find it and be glad we took soundings about our deeper longings. Okay, so now I am so joyful that I get to present to you my dear sister Vindina and her beautiful poem. One of my favorite things in this world is sharing my joy and my love for, just the incredible beauty and awesomeness of existence and sharing my favorite things. So yeah, it is with great pleasure that I share with you my dear sister Vindina, who is with us from South Africa today.
Thank you for having me here on Wildflower on Tour. It is really amazing being here with you and chatting with you through Women of the Wolves. Women Who Run with the Wolves has been absolutely phenomenal so far. There's been so many breakthroughs, we've sat together and we've cried, we've shed tears, we've shared things that we haven't really shared with another living soul. And it has
Yes.
been deeply, deeply connecting, and it has been deeply, deeply fulfilling and satisfying, to just be raw and vulnerable and intimate without fear of judgment or criticism or blame or shame or fixing. And yeah, I'm truly, truly grateful to have this space with you, Francis, and to just have known an amazing soul like yourself. Yeah,
Thank you so much. I feel the same way. It's
yeah,
really so precious to me, the time that we're able to spend together. You are such a treasure.
absolutely. And I feel the same. Thank you so much. Yeah. So a little bit about this poem is that is that I've been no stranger really to death. That from a young age
Mm.
I have experienced, I've experienced close family members who've passed on, and one of the things I've come to realize is that we might not, we might feel it, but we might not say it as such. Or a lot of us might not say it. We might not have the words to say it. We might not have the opportunity to say it. We might not have um, the ability to say it because of what's gone before. What I find is that often when people are departed, and they dearly and they departed, um, then they become most dear to us. It's like then we wanna shower all the love that we've withheld while they were still living, and we we want to now shower it on the person, um, and so this is where insincerity has come from. um, I was actually sharing with an empathy buddy of mine. um, I was actually sharing with an empathy buddy of mine that I they shared with me that they were Parsi, and now I came across the Parsi culture, which is in the Indian subcontinent, predominantly, or originating from there.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they do with their departed is they put them in towers so that their remains feed life, feed vultures, feed birds of prey, that
Wow.
kind of thing. Yeah, which is really a different way of looking at physical remains.
Yeah.
And in that process, well, I actually came across them because I was looking for a more environmentally friendly way. So as a zero waste person myself, and I was looking for a way to be less toxic at end of life. And so one of those, like the Parsi culture, really the way they deal with their departed was really appealing to me.
Yeah.
Um, and so too with sky burials. And now sky burials, what they do is they go the um, into the Tibetan mountains,
Mm-hmm.
and they leave your corpse out for vultures to feed the next cycle of life. And
Yeah.
when your bones are clean, your bones get crushed up and they get kind of scattered in the wind, on the mountain
Wow.
to nourish Gaia. And so that's kind of where this whole thing of insincerity came about. Is that when I was chatting to this buddy of mine, um, I just felt so inspired to actually just put it down on paper and write out kind of what I was feeling. And so that's the background behind
Oh,
insincerity.
oh, wow. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that.
Mhm. So yeah, so it's titled Insincerity, and insincerity has a dot between in and sincerity. So it's a kind of a play on words between being really sincere and being really insincere. All right. So take in a deep breath and let's begin.
Mm.
What I deeply desire is flowers. Now, I deeply desire for them to flirt with my senses from my mantle or my table or my desk. I desire to take surreptitious, wide-eyed, in-awe glances at them and feel the joy and delight and love I feel having received them. And equally, I deeply desire to send back in buckets and buckets of return the love and the care and the heartfelt appreciation in gratitude that I feel in every moment those flowers seduce my home. And two, in every moment thereafter that our shared joy may well up in. I deeply desire the connection with you, even in physical absentia. I deeply desire not just how these flowers look in my home, the contrast of the living, breathing extension of the cosmos, bringing in dancing light and vivid beauty, in texture and shape and divine form, living sacred geometry straight from the divine, but also how it feels in my heart and to my senses. The sweet, sweet and heady fragrance as it fills my nose and my lungs to the brim, sending vortices and shockwaves of love and appreciation and sensational beauty echoing through my senses and rebounding into my body, taking root in a deep, deep core memory of love and of being loved, of cherishing and of being cherished, of receiving and nurturing and loving. I desire to wallow in the tickle of the petals on my nose as I lean in, quite often really, for the heavenly gift of a whiff of otherworldly scents that have come straight from the bowels of Gaia. The velvety softness activating the soft, fine hairs on my cheeks and my neck that are not even visible to me, but are intimately connected to my senses deep within the core of me. The feel of the velvet on my fingertips and my palms as I brush up against the petals, activating the vast extremities of my sphere of sensation, soft and sensuous and sensational to every fiber of my living being. Feeling, vividly seeing, imperceptibly audible, the imperceptibly but nevertheless real vibrations of color and light and sight and sound and smell as the experience fills my senses from the bottom up and overflows all into my brain, washing my physical and energetic bodies in heady delight and euphoria mixed in with beauty and celebration, all filled in one gesture of love and kindness and being loved, appreciation and being appreciated, feeling the deep love and care that comes from having a shared space in each other's hearts, doors open for each other to enter as and when we might visit, be it in fleeting moments or overnight. I desire to share with you now the emotions and feelings of joys and delights, of memories shared and memories cherished, and a life lived apart but together, to share in giving and receiving, and to laugh till our bellies ache, to cry that our hearts may open and repair all that had gone before, to hear the delight in your pride of me, and to return that in sharing of my pride with you, recollect and relive the moments that have had us most enthralled, our hearts most activated, our spirits soaring. I deeply desire to listen in to your experience of me and thoughts you have of our memories shared, that they may ring in my ears and reverberate through my heart, opening it in love and tenderness and expanding it more into its divine capacity for unconditional love. Our tears strumming the strings of our individual and ancestral DNA. I deeply desire my spirit to hold this resonance in love as a sounding gong for all to feel, a wellspring of unconditionality spewing forward from this life far into the future and into the life afterlife of my spirit and my soul. And I deeply desire for it to be so strong and so true that it also spills backwards into time to bathe all our collective ancestors in the gifts of renewal and rejuvenation that comes from having been heard and cherished in living form. I deeply desire that you take that trip shortly and visit me, especially since it will be on a last minute whim. In your desire to give to me, I feel the desire of deeply being given to. And I deeply desire this most of all. I desire this all before I'm inanimate and before my spirit and my soul have detached from its physical form. As you say your final farewells, send me not bouquets or bathe me not in holy water, nor place a piece of gold in my mouth and scatter me with petals and gift me with riches and belongings before you've had the chance to pay homage to what then will be unliving and devoid of sensation. Light up the sacred beauty and sanctity of living life well before my body is devoid of it. It is this that my soul and my spirit deeply desire. Now, well before I depart on my final journey home, so that I may savor it time and again, not just now, but for all eternity too.
Oh, I could listen to that again and again. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your heart. You know, I know that takes courage, and I know that takes a lot of self love too. And yeah, when you read that, it feels to me like the most inviting ocean, and it's warm, and the sun is like, you know, shining on the water, and it's all like glistening, and you're just like, yeah, I want to swim in there. That's what it feels like. Like it's just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna swim in that for a while. Like all day. It's gorgeous. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Done your pleasure. Thank you for thank you for inviting me here, and thank you for having me, and thank you for sharing this with your people and with mine. And I remember when I shared this with you, a couple of days ago, and it had already been quite an emotional session. And um, yeah, I remember how deeply you were touched. Um, and I just wanted to share that touched me really deeply as well. Like I even had a frog in my throat. It was actually the first time that I had that I had shared in voice my poetry with someone else. So it
Wow.
was really a gift to have, your reaction, the way you did react and the way you did, respond to my reading. And that was really, really super special. So
Oh my gosh.
I just want to send gratitude and appreciation your way too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was one of the, we have these memories in our lives that are just unforgettable. That's definitely on my list of unforgettable because
Mm,
it allowed me to see a deeper side of you, and it just, yeah, I felt more connected to you and with you, and that was really special. Yeah, and I forgot the words that I used when I text you. I text you something, you it was like I felt like this sort of energy of, of you and I being, not being, but like existing elsewhere in other forms. And it was like a memory or a spark of knowing or remembrance. Yeah,
mm,
it was profound. So
yeah,
that's why I asked you to come and read it live, and I'm just so grateful that you said yes. Thank you.
only a pleasure. What I what I loved about the synchronicity, and I hope you don't mind me sharing this here.
No, of
Uh,
course.
what I absolutely loved about sharing this poem with you earlier this week is that you had received a bunch of flowers, you
Yes, I
know,
did.
in like a couple of days before that. And I just absolutely love that divine synchronicity, just that sacredness in kind of what you were receiving and what I was working on. And and just connecting those over the airwaves, over energy, and just feeling that kind of resonance throughout the universe, throughout the cosmos. And for me, that
Yeah.
was just absolutely just so mind-blowingly like real, so mind-blowingly like poignant.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. That really elevated the whole experience for me because when you read the first line, what I deeply desire is flowers. My mind immediately went to that image of when my friend Maggie gave me that joyful bouquet, just bursting with color. And so that's the first thing that I saw in my mind. And then you read the rest of the poem and just totally expanded the whole thing, like noticing how, like, what are the other ways in which I can experience this very, I mean, it's a beautiful bouquet, but you could see it as a simple thing, but you just like totally made this whole new universe from this, like a bouquet of flowers. And it's just like this you just weave this beautiful creation, and just going through all the different senses, and it just um invites, appreciate more appreciation or deeper appreciation for everything that we're in and everything that we are, that there's always something more that maybe we didn't see before, right? And yeah, it's just this gorgeous invitation, like the ocean. It's just like that, like on this like beautiful beach where the water is so clear and the temperature is perfect. And how can you not want to jump in and just stay there for a while? And yeah, so I really cherish those experiences. So thank you so much for that gift.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for being open for me to share that here.
Yeah.
It was a deeply enriching experience, which so this would be in all in all authenticity. This would be my first, I guess, public reading of my poetry. So yeah, um, this is a
Yeah.
very special moment, occasion personally as well. So a lot of gratitude to you. Thank you.
I'm
Thank
so honored to host your first reading, and I would welcome more of your poetry if you care to share them in the future.
you. In time, yeah, we can do that if that works for you
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
All right. Have you got a busy day ahead? It's Friday. Are you winding down for the week?
Winding down in some respects and ramping up in other respects. So, yeah,
Yeah.
on my side. How about your side?
Um, I guess I would say the same.
Mm,
I would say the same. I don't
mm.
know. All my days are pretty much, yeah, I don't really think I have winding down days, but it
I'm sure
feels that
there
way.
must be a lot. Right, right.
It
I'm
feels that way.
sure there must be a lot with with homesteading and the bus and the mobile home and the kids and homeschooling that it's just, yeah, I imagine there's quite a bit to do.
Yeah, there is. But I do still like Fridays because it does make me feel like maybe I can wind down a little, even though it's not really true. I guess maybe I allow myself to be less productive, but whatever. I don't know. It's
Mm.
funny these ways, these programming about just the days of the week, right? It's funny. But anyway, yeah, I've got some friends coming over on Sunday, so I need to prepare a meal for everybody, and I need to go shopping tomorrow. But today I'm gonna be cooking and doing stuff.
Ooh, delightful,
Yeah,
delightful.
yeah.
No.
Oh, this was super. Thank you so much. And yeah, for anyone listening or watching this book, I'm thinking of doing a reading of it. Um, read it out loud if you want to listen into that and participate in the conversation. Let me know, and hopefully Vindina will be able to join us sometimes or always. I don't know what day of the week yet, but it'll probably be around this time, 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. EST. And what time is it over at yours right now, Vindina?
Um, so at the moment it's 12:30 in the afternoon. Um, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So if anyone feels resonant with that, just send me a message and I'll keep you updated. I'm still mulling it over, and I'm thinking about opening the circle, widening the circle to not just females but also to men, because it feels like
Mm.
it's time to have that conversation.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that. I love that, Francis, because it's one thing to have discussions of how we revise femininity, not to existing standards, but how to revise femininity to a standard where we feel like feminine energy has a seat at the table,
yeah,
has an equally valid seat at the table. And this is not about a hierarchy, or this is not about a climbing a ladder, or who's at the pinnacle, which is the current kind of um, status quo. This is
yeah,
about having an equal seat at the table, and not just having an equal seat at the table, but it's also about really utilizing the different strengths in
yes,
in the feminine and the masculine, and because we come with different strengths. We do things differently. We think differently. We approach things differently. And at the end of the day, we need to leverage those. We can't have this battle of the
Mm,
sexes all the time where we're constantly clashing, or everybody kind of sitting on one side and kind of pushing people who are different aside. We can't have that anymore. We've got to work towards a better harmony and a better peace, peace in our bodies.
yes.
And so that's why I love that you're bringing in, you want to create the space for masculine and feminine, to discuss really, really important, like life-changing, life-altering things, which is amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
excited to co-create this with you and with anyone who feels called to join us. It's gonna be epic. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Join us, please. Please join us. We're going to have some really epic conversations, in just a really judgment-free zone, in a really empathetic zone where everybody has a voice, and we're going to take our ability to kind of see others, but only from our point of view, and we're going to try and leave that at the door,
Yeah.
so that when we come, we have a kind of a roundtable discussion where it we really want it to be the safe space for people to come and kind of voice their hearts, how they're feeling, and how does it come across for them, and how does it feel for them, and how does it play out in their life,
Yeah.
just sharing from the heart with authenticity and vulnerability, so that it's not just you that gets maybe unburdened, but it's also us that also, we upgrade, and we learn, and we grow, and we discover at the same time.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you're so magic.
We're magic together, my friend.
Oh, we really are. We're magic together. And yeah, I just want to share with everybody that Vindina is an oracle and an all-seeing eye. All-seeing eyes. Yeah.
Oh my.
So you will definitely have a richer life if you have Vindina in your life. That's just how it goes. It's a given. Yeah. And we just randomly found each other on Instagram. I have no idea how you even came up on my feed, but I do not know how that happened, right?
Yeah.
But
I just saw you once, and we started kind of chatting, and well, look at us now. We're in book club
yeah.
together.
Oh, I love you
Yeah.
so much. I
Oh,
do.
I love you and adore you. That's so, and you have a really special place.
Oh, I feel the
You
same.
really, really do.
Thank you. I'm so grateful. And I love your energy is just so oh, like the ocean, and you're just so joyful. Your smile is just like, woo! My day is happy and sorted for the whole day. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing your light with us. Yeah, I will let you go now. I'm gonna go and do some stuff too. Oh, I do have a call in 20 minutes with another
Wow.
sister. But yeah, I will text you after this call because I have a question. And then have a beautiful day. Thank you for everyone who joined and everyone who will watch this later.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Francis. Thank you for everybody who joined live. And thank you to everybody who's going to be on the replay. Enjoy it, and have an amazing day, and a lovely weekend.
Yep. Have a great day,
All right.
everyone. Weekend. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.